This is the launch of my new YouTube channel, Ex-Banker. As a retired bank officer, it will mainly focus on banking, economics, and social issues. Of course, all of these in layman's terms. It will also have the perspective of common people, as well as some people who are directly involved in this field, in the area of banking, etc. I am extremely fortunate to have with me on this first day Sri Deepak Kumar Basu, not only a doyen in bank officers movement, particularly in the 80s and 90s, he was a behemoth of a figure, the absolute behemoth in the bank officers movements across India, pan-India, covering all the banks. While he was principally from State Bank of India, his contribution was more to that, but he was well known and well recognized across banking circles all over India. Even today, at the ripe old age of over 75, he is still actively involved and travels across the country and across West Bengal to ensure that State Bank pensioners all over India get their dues and get better and better benefit, and the benefits are improved each year. For that, he leaves no stone unturned. So, with these small words, I'll start my small tete-a-tete with Sri Vasu. The usual request to like, share and subscribe, of course, goes along. Now I'll come to the Deepak, welcome. We are extremely proud of your elevation as the All India General Secretary of the Federation of Pensioners Association. Please talk about your trade union activities in the bank and AIBOC and your tip to the younger trade union functionaries in public sector banks.
You see that myself was promoted in the year 1974, joined this officers movement of State Bank of India in 1977. I was in the executive committee then of SBI Supervising Staff Association Bengal Circle, then the Federation also. I had the privilege to work with the R.N. Godbole Umed Singh, the doyen in the movement, particularly the officers movement in banking industry, especially in State Bank of India. I have joined this movement slowly it took up, then the AIKUBU, then finally 6th October 1985, the AIBOC, All India Bank Officers Confederation, was formed at Delhi. Since then, the all officers organizations of different nationalized banks, they were coordinated under leadership of R.N. Godbole and Sir Sen Gupta, and I had the privilege to work with them very closely, state level, national level. I have seen that officers, those who are toiling, even if they were not eligible for casual leave, their service condition, their pay fixation, entire thing took up, and the officers used to get their rational, reasonable the compensation from the banking. So far I am concerned, I think myself is a very active worker in the movement. Not think myself as a leader, but as of today, the position is such that I have become a leader. On 31st July or in my own circle, my appeal to the youngers, those who are in the movement, that be committed. There will be operation from bank, there will be operation from your own colleagues in the organization, there will be an uncomfortable situation in the working situation also, but My experience says that if you are committed to the cause, you are not averse to the support of the colleagues, I think there will be no problem. Definitely the movement will take up, and coming days are very brighter for that purpose.
I'll move on to my next question.
Yes.
How does your previous trade union experience help you in steering the pensioners' association? Do SBI OA and SBI SA, Officers Association and Staff Association, do they extend due cooperation in your activities? What are the new challenges of enhanced responsibilities as Federation General Secretary?
True, that support will come provided you are eligible and deserve for it. You yourself have to move out the movement, and the people will come out. And as of today, the Staff Association and Officers Association, they are not in bad shape as we have seen in earlier days. So far the IR policies of Bank and Government of India is concerned, they have to have our support for their cause also. That is one of the reasons why they are very closer to us. But for the reasons and the sufferings and of this the pensioners community, the coordination amongst the both serving federation is absolute cry. Unfortunate, but it is true. Earlier than this July 2022, there was no move from our federation to call the both serving federation in our AGM also. This time, both of them, they came. We are on the job. And hopefully that a coordination committee amongst the serving organization, that is federations, and ourselves can develop. Our appeal to both of them, I have already met both the General Secretaries of Officers Federation and Staff Federation. I have said that look, as far service regulation and also pension regulation, it's a matter of negotiation with the serving employees. It cannot be as of today, those who have demanded from government and all we, that as of today, it is being negotiated with them. We have made a point that look, you will be negotiating, but our appeal is before going for negotiation, you must know our mind. They have agreed, both of them. Now the regular shape and strategy is to be formed. I am very hopeful. I am hopeful that during my tenure, it can get a shape. I am confident. In State Bank particularly, it can get a shape. In other banks, we have already formed one. It is in Calcutta and SBI Pension Association Bengal Circle. We took initiative of calling on stakeholders of pensioners community of entire banking industry. But there are some hiccup that is to be taken care of, and responsibility is with us mainly because we are the bigger. Our number is the greatest. We are most organized. So I am very hopeful that coming days for the pensioners community of banking industry, particularly State Bank of India, will be definitely brighter day by day.
Okay. Thank you so much. With your permission, I now move on to my next question. That is, it's a very, very important question, because oftentimes people seem to ask, why do we at all have a pension association? So from that point of view, I would like to know from you, what have been some of the most notable improvements in pensioners' benefit, including health insurance in the last few years?
Very much. Didn't Chairman, the Arundhati Bhattacharya, we met. I wanted to meet with her, and ultimately we could meet at Kharagpur personally. And we requested that industry level insurance has come, taking that clue whether a good insurance policy for the pensioners of State Bank of India could be taken out. And she was in agreement. Ultimately, it was done, and this is the fourth year that is started from 19. It is started from 19.
20.
20.
2018.
It was 16.
2016.
15th January 2016. The RMBS originally, that one was converted to policy. And subsequent many development. Look, it was fund were locked in the corporate sector. Now it has given to the insurance straight away. Another one, that you can have a policy A and B. Previously you cannot enjoy both together. Now you can enjoy it both together. And this, the system has become to stay that pensioners initially they have inhibitions, but this health care is one of the greatest result to be taken care of, and a bank is also extending all support, all out support for towards this, and hopeful that it will develop day by day. Corporate center also taking us into confidence, and negotiation with the corporate sector at the LHO level and zonal office level, though it is not there in any bank, but in State Bank of India, ritually we are being negotiated, and with the CNR, IRFs, DMD, HR, and they remain present here, the CGM. Naturally, issues are being discussed and negotiated. It is being resolved. It is resolved.
In spite of all your efforts, in spite of all these, many of our retired colleagues have still not become members of the Pensioners Association, which otherwise could have become even stronger because we would have more fund to help more activities and more support to members possibly with that. What is your message to them?
It is the same in your case. In our circle also hardly 50-55% pensioners are member. Yesterday I have finalized a database to be developed where the pension paying branch wise, PF index wise, date of birth wise, address wise, and all this thing, this mobile number wise, we can get data. You can, if we can get a detailed data of a pension paying branch, where we can jolly well can segregate who are our member, who is not our member. Once the database is perfect, I think we can approach many one of them. Senior pensioners and family pensioners, they have their inhibitions, but it is also true, approach from the organization is not forthcoming. People at the lower level, they are not approaching the members on retirement or already retired colleagues. But trend has developed. The people are now coming themselves to the association office to become a member. Previously it was not there. Slowly it is being taken care of. The problem is with the seniors, those who are not members. We are trying to build up a database where we can segregate who is our member, who is not our member. One incentive is there, those who are member, we are felicitating them. We are also extending a small financial support in case of demise, which is not there for those who are not member. So it is made known. I think slowly people are coming in. But unfortunate part, they are all over the circle. All over the circle, I am not blaming or undermining any leadership. Still, many a mile to go. I will give you one example. Family pension was revised from 1st April 2021. First lot payment was released by the corporate sector. For Bengal circle, it was 8,000 odd. In Lucknow circle, it is number 1. It can give an idea how our organization is active there. So we are trying to motivate people and be more active and pro for the pension. Now all over the country, the people are taken care of. Young leaders are coming. Those who are there in the movement, either in the staff or in the officers, they are coming and we are approaching that you kindly take care of the seniors. And so I think it will take time, but still it is a long a mile to go. A long a mile to go. Very difficult.
Now a question which is very close to the hearts of many senior retired officials of SBI. It is that in spite of the best efforts of the Pensioners Association and individual pensioners from across the country, Government of India has so far stalled the legitimate demand of 50% pension for all, and the matter is pending in the judicial labyrinth for decades. Do you see any change in stance in government and judiciary in the near future? Please also explain in simple terms the present status of one rank, one pay in banks, pension and family updation in SBI.
First of all, I must deal with this court case. State Bank of India, we are having pension since long. But the unfortunate part, only State Bank is having 3 benefits. This has become an eyesore to the, not only to the DFS representatives, officials, but also initially a few organization leadership, AIBA particularly. Here, despite repeated recommendation by bank's chairman number of times, DFS has objected to any change in the pension payment to the seniors in the name of 3 benefits. 40-50 it has come, unfortunately, as a part of bipartite agreement. Bipartite agreement, whatever is the reason, though I was in service then, that it was decided the pension will be paid initially for 6 bipartite, then 7 bipartite, like that, less than the people those are in service. Subsequently, it was taken care of from 1st May 2005. But other than State Bank of India, it was revised. Then we had to go to the court, Supreme Court initially 2011. Our petition was vetted by our Harish Shalve, Venugopal. We are confident that both of them, they opined that your case you will win. Ultimately shifted to Delhi High Court. Though government wanted that case should be quashed. After adjournment of our case more than 100 times, we are toiling from post to pillar. Again, Arundhati Bhattacharya supported that, look, if you can create a pressure on court headed by Geeta Mittal, division bench, possibly something can come. Immediately we collected the people, those who have died from different circle with PF index. We come to know that on an average 5,000 pensioners died. When he placed before the court, yes, look, this is the people, beneficiaries are going away, leaving this earthly world. The Madam Geeta Mittal was furious. And she said that within 7 days you decide, otherwise we are going to decide. Within 7 days, a committee was formed, Murmu Committee, where our chairman, Arundhati Bhattacharya, did not be present, but she presented our case. I am told that Murmu wanted to know from Madam, now who has done this? Madam said, how can I say you people have done this? But it was done. But ultimately, the ceiling which was there, not removed, it was removed 2,400 to up to that. And 7 bipartite retiree people, they got this. Some tidbit is there, FPA PQP is there. Hopefully that 20th of December, the direction is, it will appear in the roster as for final hearing. continuously. We are hopeful that the case will be concluded. And once it is concluded, 50% is to be given. No other alternative because of this Supreme Court direction otherwise. So we are hopeful, very much hopeful that yes, the people will get, but effective date may be changed by as per desire of the government. Something somewhere we have to manage, but we'll get it. I am confident we'll get it. OROP, even if the defense people, they are yet to get it. Our pension regulation is the greatest problem for us. There is no provision for updation. We are trying to include into the negotiation bipartite, and I talk with Bangladesh, the OP convener. The corpus is the greatest problem for pension updation. Where from money will come? State Bank, though people are of the opinion that we have sufficient fund, but I have my own doubt. As because there is no representative on any federation in the trustee board, window dressing, in the name of window dressing, less provision is being done. My apprehension. I am happy if I am wrong. Other banks, they are not making any provision whatsoever. So, I think the only way could be, along with the salary revision, a person, say 15%, 10% will go for the salary revision, 5% will go to the pension updation.
My next two questions will be keeping in view that banking trade union is absolutely in your blood. You cannot be without it. At the same time, you are a very responsible citizen who is fully aware of the economic realities of the country. Keeping a balance between these two, I'd like to have your view. The first is on the proposed privatization of certain banks. In fact, in the longer run or medium term run, the present government in principle wishes to keep State Bank and around 2 or 3 other large banks in the government kitty and privatize rest of it. And my second question would be a little unrelated, not exactly with the banks. It's as of now, it's more with the government sector. Of course, it also covers PSUs. That is the raging debate with the defined pension scheme, which is also called as the old pension scheme, vis-a-vis the new pension scheme. Right. Please, if you want to take, you can take both the questions together and respond.
Okay. Look at that privatization is a greatest bogey, I must say, against the banking industry. We have seen that economic development of the country, green revolution, white revolution, industrial revolution, whatever it may be, direct support from public sector banks. It was there. Now, of late, since 1999, it is being changed. Now, public sector banks are now being taken care of by the private sector in this thing. I have my own apprehension that private sector banks, if they at all have any social objective, it will be very minimum vis-a-vis the public sector as of today. A percentage of the net profit goes to the public sector, goes to the weaker section, goes to the DRI. But a private sector, I'm afraid whether it will be available then, or it will go to the monopolistic, that private ownership. And look at this pension, new pension and old pension. Old pension say the defined pension, whatever I will get, I can calculate, I can get it till I am alive. New pension scheme, you can get back the 60% of your deposit. As your PF is not there, you can get there, and 40% invested elsewhere and there. And you can have an opportunity to change your investor within 4-5 years and this thing. But though yes, there is a demand, to switch over to again come back to the old pension scheme, I have my own reservation, because already money invested for the long term in government and other securities by the different agencies. If you go back, who is going to get back this money? And complications are there. So even if wish is there, pious wish I must say, but it is a very, very difficult proposition as of now to get back to the old pension scheme. Old pension scheme, definitely after a certain period the people will be minimized, and the corpus will be eliminated. But the provision is to be made as per Act of respective banks. But the provision made by the new pension scheme, an investment made by the different agencies, even if it is a decision is taken, it's a very difficult proposition to get back to the original one. And I have my own reservation, very difficult to get back to the original one.
So we have come to the end of my planned set of questions. Now, if you want to say anything in excess of this, which is not here, it's left uncovered, it's...
No, one thing, Sri Sengupta, I am thankful. I am thankful that I have never thought of that this sort of questions and it will come up. It minds me that it happens that pensioners, particularly family pensioners, they are not aware which they are eligible, which they are not eligible. Unfortunate part, despite our best, we have enrolled them as an associate member. All said and done, very few of them, they are attending meeting. They are not aware from it go. But of late, very few, in case of distress, they used to call us. I think the two parties there. One, the benefits and which we are getting from bank, and how to get it. Look at our bank. Only in State Bank of India we have dispensary. We have investigations. Repeated requests I have made, but very few seniors used to do that periodical checkup of their blood and all these things. This is absolute necessary. When it is available, why should I not? But people, they don't feel they are not interested, I do not know. That finally, when they are in a deep trouble, then it creates a problem. My appeal to all concerned that we have to create a sensible awareness amongst all, at all level, so that in West Bengal we are having 63 units. Corporate center, they want, we have 63 WhatsApp group. Corporate center, why it is not there in all over the country? It is not that they can have it, my wish. But we are trying that sensitization, reaching people, and so that people can be reached and approached, and they can also feel like contacting your organization. This is the trend. My dream is that as a man of organization, we, the pensioners, at this age, we should not feel dejected. We feel we are in a family. Family, thy name is pensioners. Whenever I am in need, I will get all support from the pensioners. So, once it can take up, we can survive as a very, very effective citizen of the country and also as a pensioner of State Bank. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Grateful thanks to you, Deepakda. To all the viewers, once again I request to support with your views, comments, and of course subscription. On my part, my commitment is that there will be a continuous effort to improve both in terms of technology and content. Thank you all.